Hello, in this video I'll be looking at autosomal DNA GD match, also predicted appearance, traits, features of a Bronze Age person from Dzhungaria. This person had Y DNA that is Q, which is most typical in like Siberians, Turkic people, and Native Americans. And his mitochondrial DNA was U5, which doesn't tell me anything, I don't know much about it. With my NOSHACOT tool, he's predicted to have brown eyes, snub nose, and black hair. And in the picture, I depicted him as having like East Asian or Mongoloid eye shape. The reason I depicted him is because at the time I was making the picture, I was only looking at his DNA results with NOSHACOT, and NOSHACOT did not genotype him for EDAR. So I just assumed that this person would probably have East Asian EDAR. But in hindsight, I was wrong because he actually didn't. Unfortunately, this sample wasn't very high quality and lacked the main EDAR mutation that my NOSHACOT looks for, as well as the one that you can find on CodeGen. So I had to really look for alternative alleles, alternative SNPs within the EDAR gene to find out whether or not this individual had East Asian EDAR. And here I found this SNP, and in this SNP his genotype was CC, which is incredibly uncommon for Asians. Maybe less than 1% of East Asians would have this genotype, and this genotype is very common for Europeans, so he probably did not have East Asian EDAR, did not have East Asian facial features. He did not have the warrior gene in MAOA, which the MAOA warrior gene is a little bit different from the one in COMT, and I don't know about the ethnic distributions of the genotypes in MAOA. This person did not have derived OXTR, so no sociopath gene. This person also did not have the European lactose persistence allele and was most likely lactose intolerant. And what is surprising is that he actually had the European allele that protects against myopia. In case you don't know what myopia is, it's basically nearsightedness or farsightedness where you need glasses. Based on his genotype, he had a slightly above average genetic risk for Crohn's disease and slightly above average risk for coronary heart disease, below average or average risk for Parkinson's, and a very low risk for schizophrenia, bottom 1% even, and also a very low risk for bipolar disorder. So here's what he scores with Eurogenes K13, and when I saw this I was a little bit surprised because I made the phenotype prediction and all the, basically I made the second slide before I uploaded the sample on GED match, and I was expecting him to be an East Asian, and I was very surprised when I saw that he only has 7% Siberian and only 9% Amerindian admixture. In the oracle for this calculator, he's basically closest to Tatars, Chuvash, and even Tajiks, and he can be modeled as a mixture of Erzya and some Pakistan and Afghanistan groups, but the distance is pretty high. There aren't any G25 coordinates for this individual on like Explorer DNA or anywhere else, so I had to simulate his G25 on the basis of those Eurogenes K13 results, and all of the simulations will be in the description. You can use them for whatever model you want. But with the simulation, he's closest to Scythians and Chanchar in Kazakhstan. Out of modern ethnicities, he's closest to Tatars from Kazan and Tkomi and Bisermyan people. Here's what he scores with MDLP K16, and this is actually the highest step I've ever seen. And by the way, the step component here, it's very much underestimated because most people score, they prefer to score Caucasian plus Northeast European instead of step. So, and him scoring 32% step is very interesting. With the oracle, he's closest to Udmurts, Mishar, Tatars, Komi, all kinds of Volga, Ural people, and he can be modeled as a mixture of like Finnish people with Tajiks or Pakistani. And here's his result with MDLP K23B. What's interesting to me about this is that he's lacking the European early farmers component, which like you would expect Indo-Iranians to have. With this calculator's oracle, he's closest to Tajiks, Bashkir, and all kinds of Volga-Ural groups, and he can be modeled as a mixture of Udmurts with basically Kalash, which are in eastern Pakistan, or Brahwi, which are in southwest Pakistan. And here I did another G25 sim, this time on the basis of his MDLP K22 results. And with this sim, he's closest to Kazakhstan Zivakinsky, late Bronze Age, and Kazakhstan Kairan, middle late Bronze Age outlier. And also he's close to Tagar from Russia. So I guess this is what this Dzhungarian individual was closest to. And here's the same G25 coordinates, but for modern ethnicities. Out of modern ethnicities, he was closest to Besermyan, which are, I think, in Komi, Permyak, or Udmurtia, followed by Udmurts, followed by Kazanskие Tatari, followed by Komi, followed by Mishari, followed by Russians from Lishukonsk. Thank you guys for watching. You can download this sample in 23andMe format from a link which is going to be in the description. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.